evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and I am grateful to be your host and your guide as we explore all the wonderful things going on in the world. Yes, I know there's a lot of really hard stuff going on, and we talk about that sometimes. But this show is all about inspiration. We can all use more inspiration. And tonight is really fun because two of our all-time favorite people, we have had hundreds of presenters on this show, but I think almost everybody loves these two guys as much as anybody we have on the show. And of course, speaking from source, it's AJ and Tom, these two beautiful, beautiful men. To go further with the introduction, I turn it over to Barbara.
Thank you. I was thinking the exact same thing. How amazing, we just surrender to the divine to manage it all, to produce this show ultimately for us. Isn't that amazing? I'm so happy to be with Thomas and AJ, two of my favorite people. I haven't seen you in person in so long. I miss
We
you.
miss you.
We do.
I might just, I might just hop in the car and come to
Come October 4th to the Soul Search event. We'll be there.
AJ and Thomas will be there October 4th and 5th, along with Jenna, and it'll just be a channeling bonanza for us all. It's going to be a huge treat. Well, Thomas and AJ, for those of you who don't know, are exquisite intuitive channels. They are so unique in that they channel together. They enter a shared trance state, which is just so incredible to experience, especially in person. They have one mind, one voice. They're bringing through profound messages from the guides. And the guides, a collective of multi-dimensional beings, they offer timeless wisdom to help us all unlock our true potential, navigate life's challenges, and boy, don't we have them right now, with grace, and contribute to the upliftment of the collective consciousness. Thomas and AJ also have an amazing show on Soul Search TV. For those of you who have not checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? It is called Infinite Pathway Journey to Self-Realization. If you want to experience more of Thomas and AJ after tonight, and I know you will, go to soulsearch.tv. You can download the channel for free again on all the major platforms, and you can experience their amazing show for yourselves. And without further ado, I welcome you to this beautiful evening. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Barbara. It really is a joy to see you. We've really missed you.
Right back at you.
So great to see you, and great to see everyone from the Global Peace Tribe. Welcome, community. It's so good to be with you again. We're delighted to be here. I couldn't help but notice when that dual light language was going on that was exactly the sort of thing that happens between AJ and I, that it really is. And the guides say that's going to happen to all of us. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going. That's really, to get to a position of oneness, which is where we're ascending toward. It's going to involve telepathy. It's going to involve, and here's the good news. You can't lie when you're in telepathy.
That's so true.
You can't lie when you read someone else's mind.
Exactly. So for those of you that haven't seen us before, my wonderful husband, Tom, is going to lead us in an alignment meditation. And that helps us bring in the guides, and it helps us you and bring in your guides in this beautiful collection. As Om Shah so beautifully says, there are no walls between us as we share in this collective. And then the guides will have an opening remark, an opening statement, which is usually right on the money with the theme that everything is going on today. And then they will open and invite for questions. And as we said earlier, there's no question too big or too small for the guides. So you literally can't get it wrong. And we wanted to remind you that as you sit with the guides in this channeling session, as we're in this trance, it is an energy transmission, just like the light language that Jenna and Desiree were doing. It is an energy transmission. So open yourself up to that. And toward the very end, when we're just about done, the guides have a sense of knowing, and they say, we are complete. and that means that they're kind of wrapped up for the session. And we'll just do a few quick breaths, 10 seconds or so. Hold on, because they're going to share what they call the hug. And the hug is a beautiful transmission of love energy from divine source. And whether you're watching this replay live or at home later on in the replay, you'll be able to get that energy transmission as well. So
never
we're very
say
excited.
no to a hug from source. That's
Exactly,
what I say. So
exactly.
yeah, so at the very end, when they say they are complete, just stay still for a second and take it in, allow it in.
Yes, we have our shawls on right now, which means we're ready to channel and bring in the guides.
And a word about this meditation I'm going to do very, very quickly. It really is part of their transmission. In fact, you'll see they're going to take over. At some point, they kind of say, okay, very nice, Tom. Now let us handle this. And they'll take over a little bit. And there's two purposes for this. One is certainly that it's going to align all of our energies, but it's also going to center us. And that's so important to all of us right now. The guides have had a lot of messages about our need to center. Our need to really set into the energies of the divine, which are in all of us and around all of us. And so we'll do that together here right now. If you would all join me with taking 3 deep breaths in and out, in and out, in and out. Allow yourself to just remain in your natural breath rhythm. Allow it to slow a bit as you feel the air going in and out of your body. This beautiful gift that is feeding every cell of your body with no effort on your part. Allow yourself, as you take in all those energies, all those nutrients, to then release through your exhalation anything that no longer serves you, any dis-ease or discomfort, any ache or any pain, any thought that is not serving you in the moment. Allow it to exhale out with your breath, letting it float away, or perhaps even down by your feet where you can pick it up later should you choose. Feel now the energies of Mother Earth herself rising up through your feet, filling with a beautiful reddish brown light that encompasses itself in your root chakra as she fills us with her divine protective energies. She holds us steady. She anchors us. She roots us. We can feel her energies coming all the way up to our heart space. And feel now as the energies of divine join her from your crown chakra, a beautiful violet silver light, which emerges down, meeting the energies of earth, combining with her, completing us and our energies as one whole, one complete spirit. Feel then as each of your chakras open to receive all the energies that are a part of your natural equipment, a part of who and what you are, your sacral chakra, your creativity, your solar plexus, your identity, your heart chakra, your compassion, your throat chakra, your expression, your ability to express, your groundedness, your creativity, your identity. And we move now to the third eye, where we all are able to enter the etheric realm together. Allow the beautiful indigo light that shines from the middle of your forehead to project out like a door into the etheric realm where all of divine and multiple dimensions are. where your guides await our invitation to join us at this etheric table. We invite in our blessed guides, those who are closest to the light, those who have the highest vibration and are most interested in the greatest and highest good of all of us. We ask you to come and join us now with the guides of those who are present and the guides of those who are listening later to this recording. Come and join us around this table, becoming very crowded. And we ask you, please, to allow AJ and I to communicate your messages clearly and confidently, so that they may be of service to those who are listening now and later. We thank you for joining us.
Dear ones, we are grateful for this opportunity to share in your light and your energies today in this beautiful circle of light and light workers created through your intention and your willingness to allow that aspect of you, that divine aspect of you, to come forward and embody you, embody your energy, you as light workers, you as warriors of light, you as indeed sentinels of light, allowing this beautiful transmission of expression to come forward, which has no boundaries, which has no bias, which has no exclusion. For, dear ones, you as crystal sentinel beings, when you do so, when you open up your channels of light and allow the divine in and to flow through you to connect with that aspect of yourself that is always an aspect of source, you send an amazing light that ripples out beyond you, out into your environment, out able to be perceived and recognized by others, and out into the universe. This, dear ones, is the aspect of ascension so many of you talk about, this conscious creation of allowing, embodying, and sharing your light.
We do call you sentinels, and we call you this for an important reason. For all of you who are gathered here, and so many others gathered in similar places, are standing ahead of the rest of humanity, purposely placed ahead of those who are only beginning to awaken, and those who have not yet even considered what else is available to them. You stand ahead. You have stepped further than all the rest, and for the simple reason that you have marked, like sentinels, the space ahead, so that others can feel secure in their stepping forward. They look toward you to see that the land ahead of them is safe and joyous. This is your important role, and we wish to thank you for doing so. For all of you play such a critical role, not just as light workers, but as those who show the way that is coming to you. You are in a time of awakening. We wish to remind you, for it is easy at this time to begin to feel as if despair is winning, to feel as if things are falling apart. Yes, they are. The cycle is ending, a cycle that has allowed for separation, that has promoted individualism and individual identity and all that comes with it. For greed is simply a part of this. Violence is just a part of this, and yet these times are coming to a close, we wish to encourage you with this. It is easy for you to look across the many stories that come in front of you and to think things are getting worse. Let us let you know that the dawn is quickly approaching, that in fact there is much coming for you that you have asked for, that you have dreamed about, that you have foreseen. You are joined by all of the realms of multiple dimensions, which are becoming clearer for you, becoming more connected to you, more physical to you. Some you shall see, some you shall interact with more and more as the time emerges. We say this to encourage you. We say this to bolster you. We say this to remind you that all is well, all is on time, and all is occurring as it is intended to occur.
And so, dear ones, do not distract yourselves with worry. For the ascension, this light that is here and will continue to expand, expands through you as the sentinels, as the way showers, as you simply allow yourself to be, through your voice, through your dance, through your expression, through your words and your actions, through the compassionate heart and dear ones, through your being and through your example, not in your resistance, not in your opposition, not in your hostility. These things becoming more and more of a contrast for you as more and more of these energies become completely incompatible with the being that you are.
And so we are saying something quite simple but important, and that is that these changes, this movement toward the light, does not occur to you, it occurs through you. In other words, your light that you shine is the very thing that calls forth the dawn. It is so very important for you then to look carefully, not at the violence out in the world with others, not with the hatred that exists for others or the judgment, but within your own heart. To make sure that you are conscious of the times when you judge, of the times when you allow hatred, of the times when you enable separation to occur. Each decision, each choice that you make to shine your light, to live in love, is what hastens the day. We say often, you decide when the next beginning is by your very being. Therefore, we encourage you to work even more toward shining your light at every opportunity. We also wish to remind you that you are not alone, that when there are difficulties, for life continues to use contrast to help you to expand, that when this occurs, that you are never by yourself, that all your guides gather round you often, showing you the path to joy, showing you the way in which you are able to control your own vibration, showing you all of the available light that is there for you Do not hesitate calling upon them, for they are there and more than willing to guide with you.
Indeed, dear ones, such beautiful opportunities ahead for you. And we wish to take this time to hear directly from you, to share in your energies, and for you to ask any questions you may have of us at this time.
Well, I shall go first and then Barbara will follow. This question is, when will all be able to openly communicate with our brothers and sisters from the stars?
It is soon. It is very soon. It has been occurring for some time. There are those among you who have been having interactions, perhaps in dreams, perhaps in daydreams, perhaps in conversations that you did not know who you were having them with. For our brothers and sisters are quite aware of the ability to communicate in shared mind, as you are seeing now. And they are connecting with you in thought. We would encourage you to, unlike the unawakened, looking for a ship or a video or some evidence, to instead connect with your heart. For these other beings, these civilizations, those that are watching you and have watched you for such a long time, are interested in connecting to your heart. They are interested in hearing your connection to Source, for it is the same Source. There is one universal Source, and you share this with them. What a lovely way to begin your relationship, by celebrating with them the fact that they are adored by Source, and yes, you are adored by Source. Every one of you, without exception.
Indeed, dear ones, for again, there is no separation. We are here with you now as we speak through the channels. We are here with you now in your third dimensional plane, coexisting on Mother Gaia. And we are here with you now in your skies and in your atmosphere. And yet notice how all creation comes first with the asking, first with the intention. And this connection that we shall make with you is not merely enough for you to view it on your television screens. It must come through you. It must come through your asking and your intention. It must come through your connection, as it were, to us and to Source itself.
Oneness is your goal, and yet also theirs. And therefore, you are able to begin to find what it is that you share versus what it is that separates you. Now is a perfect opportunity, as these interactions begin, to find what is common in your hearts and in souls, to find what is shared, and to operate from a position of love. For these civilizations have much to teach you. Some who are way advanced, who are sentinels far above, far beyond, simply pointing the way for you as you evolve, as you ascend.
Beautiful. Susan Sabbath has a personal question regarding her physical well-being. Please communicate the root cause and solution of a 6-year nerve pain in the right side of my head. Thank you, she says. Much love and gratitude.
We wish to begin by saying, beloved, that it is common for humans to consider all maladies from a negative position. And yet, from our view, we see all of these as opportunities, teachers, if you will. And so we would suggest, as we already since you have been doing, to hold conversations with this pain, to speak to this part of your body, asking what it wishes to teach you, asking what it wishes to express to you. The next question we would ask you is, how is the pain serving you? Difficult, yes, hard to think that something that causes distress could be serving you, and yet it is an important examination for you. We are not saying that it is serving you in obvious ways. We are saying that it is perhaps slowing you down. It is perhaps helping you focus. It is perhaps teaching you something different about the human condition. So many of you are so quick to get rid of these maladies, as you call them, these illnesses, as opposed to embracing them, incorporating them, asking them what it is that they wish to serve you. This does not mean that you are stuck with this malady, for we, since you still see it as illness, which is fine. What we would suggest for you is that you recognize that there are aspects of your body that are built in generationally, that are part of your DNA, yet never by accident, never a mistake, always perfect, always in service. And therefore, there may not be a quick remedy, but there is an opportunity for you to overcome, to live beyond, to integrate. This is what we wish for you to understand.
Indeed, dear one. And so there is this aspect of transcendence, of allowing flow through all of your systems, through blessing and seeing your body as whole and complete, perfect in all of its conditions, and allowing you to transcend them. Perhaps finding and identifying a totem or an animal that for you is of whole health, that is strong and is able to be present for you, to pivot from your physical conditions as you focus on this totem. All this there for your transcendence with flow and allowance and the vibration of self-love.
Your medical doctors shall tell you that this is a damaged aspect of your own nervous system, and yet we would banish this word damage, for it is not necessary. It is instead an aspect of who you are and as you were created to be at this stage of your life. Therefore, though we understand that it seems to be a great limitation, we would encourage you to offer it great blessings, for it is rearing up to teach you something, to tell you something. It is activating itself in pain. So often your bodies operate within pain as messengers, as ways of communicating to you. They say, we have your attention now, and therefore, and a wonderful opportunity for you to review and address lifestyle issues and to allow changes in the way in which you self-care. Hearing the voice coming from the very pain that is telling you now is a good time to allow more of your self-love, to allow more of your gifts to yourself. Also allowing in the presence of this condition, not as a malady, but as a gift.
Is there time for 2 more questions?
Proceed.
Will the dark forces currently ruling much of the Earth be removed anytime soon so that they will not be able to continue inflicting damage on the masses of the people on this planet?
Dearest beloveds, we wish to say to you, though it will be hard for you to hear, that there is no dark force but what you create and you allow. This does not mean there is no darkness. What we are saying, however, is that you empower this through your stories. You create the monster under your bed, if you will. You enable by simply giving the power in your stories of these dark forces. But you say to us, oh, how can then all the things be that are occurring that are so very dark? They must come from some intentional source. But we remind you that there is no power greater than the universal source of all intelligence. It is comprised of love, and around its light there is no power that can match it. There is no power that can overcome it. There is no power that can even reign over it. And yet, you each have your own choice. At all times, you have what you call free will. This means that you are able to believe there is a monster under your bed that is out to hurt you, and there it shall be, and there it is, and there it will cause whatever damage it will cause. What we are saying to you is your best defense. This where we say before, you cause the change. You decide, you choose, and it begins by your choosing to focus on the light, calling in the light, for there is no power that can overcome the light of source. We say this to encourage you, to allow you to release those things that you build around you to oppose you. They are not necessary. They are not needed, and they are simply waiting for you to shoo them away with your light.
Indeed, dear ones, and so we shall give you our perspective of how we see you and Mother Earth. And we see you and Mother Earth as a tremendous light, a tremendous emanation of light, almost as brilliant as a sun, and becoming more luminous as each of you step into your own recognition of your own light and recognize in others their own individual lights as you join in light. This is the task before you at this time, and we simply say, drop your attention on anything that is not of the light. This is the task before you at this time.
What a wonderful gift when you think of it, that you are free from the oppression that you create around you. For again, there is no source of power that can overcome that of light, that can overcome that of source. Therefore, focus your eyes there and watch the room light up. Watch the world light up. There are many still making a decision to tell this story of oppression. And you are few in comparison to those who wish to live in a world of darkness and to create a force of darkness. And yet we remind you the dawn is among you. It's upon you. It is there for you. It is arriving, and you speed it by your own focus. Such good news for you, beloveds. We encourage you to begin each day reminding yourself that you are in the light, that the light is around you and around so very many of you. And in doing so, you bring it to greater fullness.
Beautiful. And one last question for the evening. Eleanor asks a question that I know is the same question probably many people have here tuning in tonight. What do I need to know regarding receiving my financial abundance? And she sends her thanks and gratitude.
We are grateful for this question, for much of what we have just said does apply here as well. In fact, you should see a theme, what we call premises. These are important premises, that I am always adored by Source, that there is abundant resources available. There is not a small amount, but a large amount, and that I am worthy of receiving all that I need. In fact, all that I wish. These important premises must guide you in your daily recognition of what is around you. It may take time for you to master, and yet we encourage you to remember that there is no limitation, there is no hesitation on the part of the universe holding back on you. We hear many humans say that the world is out to get them, that the universe has it against them, when nothing could be further from the truth. And so we encourage you to move into a state of pure allowance, to begin each day with your arms wide open. You particular dear one must remind yourself that you are worthy of all the resources that are needed for you, that you must remind yourself that the Source adores you and wishes to give you all that is necessary for you. We ask you to continue to hold these assertions, to listen carefully to the inner voices that wish to contradict them, that wish to tell you that it is not so simple, that it is not so easy, that there is some complexity, that there is some aspect of who you are that makes you unworthy. Listen carefully for these messages and counter them with what is the truth, which is that you are adored, and all that is available for you.
Indeed, dearest one, and we remind you and each and every one of you the nature of creation, the nature of the universe in its expansion only allows for the possibility of, yes, to whatever you intend, whatever you create, whatever you are frightened of, whatever you are celebrating, whatever you are proposing in your abundance, whatever you are feeling in your lack. Dear ones, this is a time of your own self-mastery, for you to catch your thoughts, for you to look inside and discover those aspects, those stories, those beliefs, those energies that you may have been holding on to that do no longer serve you, and to abandon them with the safe, secure knowledge that you are always guided, you are always protected, and you will always get what you desire and intend.
We called you sentinels, and why we say this again is because you are seeing a different reality than many of your brothers and sisters across the human race. You are seeing the opportunities that are there for abundant peace, for abundant love. You are learning how to see the world differently than it has been presented to you. For it has been presented to you in terms of good versus evil. It has been presented to you in terms of limited opportunities or resources. These stories are now beginning to crumble, and you are creating the new stories. And so we would encourage you, dear one, to write the new story in your journal, perhaps multiple times over multiple days. Here is the story of me and all the abundance that is given to me because of how deeply I am loved by Source. Here is all the things that are available to me, and here is the world that I wish to create and live in. If each of you would do this, to begin to tell this important story, you shall bring forth this reality, for it is just there, waiting for you.
Indeed, dear ones. And so we remind you of your connection to the light. We remind you of your connection to your guides. We remind you of your connection to divine source itself. And we remind you of the unending flow of love and adoration that is available to each and every one of you. You are simply adored by Source Creator, and you are a part of creation itself.
Allow us now then to share that loving energy as you have been feeling it throughout the evening. We have sensed it. You have called to us in the love that you are sharing with one another. Now open your arms and allow it in for yourself. Allow it to take hold of you, for you are so very deeply adored. And with this, we are complete.
We're back. Greetings,
Back.
everyone.
Hello, welcome
You
back.
guys.
Oh my goodness. I think I can speak for everyone here. I know I always say it every time I experience you channeling, but this was extraordinary. What a reminder in these times for us as light workers and light beings here intentionally in this time, and how we can hold steady and remember why we're here. Thank you for just the amazing resources. So many comments coming in. Shoshana, you have such gorgeous energy fields from what I can see. We all have our unique perspectives and qualities. I appreciate the very beautiful tapestry and rivers of rays and light. I feel my being feeling in the light bath. Amazing. We have other comments here. Oh my goodness. Shoshana, again, I see you both having also this. Oh, my screen is blocked a little bit. Rainbow rays and diamond light, which is a ray weaving. In the past, she has experienced around the divine feminine. You seem to be creating a portal together, a bridge, and just on with more amazing comments. Carol, I love the humming Thomas does when he speaks. I was at a sound bath the other day and we hummed together to stimulate our pineal glands. It was powerful.